quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution, everybody?
No, sit down.
Sorry, Eric, calm
Sit
down.
down.
Okay.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
In a significant development, senators have released the specifics of a bipartisan aid proposal totaling $118.2 billion. This comprehensive package addresses critical needs in Ukraine, Israel, and enhances security along the southern U.S. border. Which of these is most important to you? Do you think that the U.S. should still provide funding to foreign governments for war, or is securing our border the most important issue? Leave your thoughts in a comment below. Now, let's delve into the key components of this long-awaited agreement. After months of meticulous closed-door negotiations, senators have reached a consensus on a comprehensive aid package. The proposal allocates $60.1 billion for Ukraine, $14.1 billion for Israel, and $20.2 billion to fortify security measures at the U.S. border. The funding breakdown closely aligns with President Joe Biden's initial request, with significant attention given to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Notably, the proposal earmarks over $13 billion for border security, a point of discussion in the Senate talks. The debate over border security funding has been a focal point, with Republicans criticizing the Biden administration for its handling of the border crisis. If approved, the legislation would bring about a significant transformation in immigration law, marking the first substantial change in decades. Democrats argue for increased executive authority to implement more robust security measures. President Biden has expressed support for the bipartisan proposal, emphasizing the need for new emergency authority to address overwhelming situations at the border. He urges Congress to swiftly pass the agreement, awaiting its immediate enactment into law. Do you think that lawmakers will be able to reach an agreement? Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announces a scheduled vote for the bill on Wednesday. Despite challenges, Schumer underscores the importance of bipartisan cooperation to expedite the legislative process. The proposal's next hurdle lies in the House, where Republicans have signaled their opposition. Speaker Mike Johnson unveils a separate House proposal focused solely on funding for Israel, sparking criticism from the White House. The White House dismisses the House's counter-proposal as a political maneuver, emphasizing the need to prioritize national security over political gamesmanship. As the bill becomes entangled in political maneuvering, the upcoming election adds a layer of complexity. Some Republican lawmakers, initially open to compromise, have shifted their stance, potentially impacting the Biden 2024 campaign. Now, let's explore 5 key changes incorporated into the bill, addressing emergency border authority, asylum processing, and a pathway to citizenship for specific populations. 1. New emergency authority to restrict border crossings if daily average migrant encounters reach 4,000 over a 1-week span. If that metric is reached, the Homeland Security Secretary could decide to largely bar migrants from seeking asylum if they cross the border unlawfully. 2. If migrant crossings increase above 5,000 on average per day on a given week, DHS is required to use the authority. If encounters reach 8,500 in one day, the department is required to trigger the authority, but the federal government is limited in how long it can use the authority. 3. Raises the legal standard of proof to pass the initial screening for asylum, making it potentially more difficult for asylum seekers to pass. 4. Authorizes 250,000 additional immigrant visas to spread out over 5 years for families and applies to employment-based immigrants. 5. Introduces a new process in which U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services would decide an asylum claim without it going through the immigration court system. The process doesn't apply to unaccompanied migrant children. What are your thoughts on some of these measures? Should the U.S. make it easier for those seeking asylum? What about those who are already here but still have an illegal status? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. The unveiling of this aid proposal marks a small victory for Senate negotiators, but the battle is far from over. Stay tuned as the proposal faces its next challenge in the House, where the future of critical funding hangs in the balance. For more content like this, please like, subscribe, and click the link to get notified of new episodes.